Today's mission is to make myself uncomfortable.
This might be the dumbest thing I've ever done.
I go just to be safe, but I also feel like it's just my mind. You know what I mean?
Today's mission is to make myself uncomfortable. I have just taken a day trip to Warburton in Victoria. This is something that actually pushes me out of my comfort zone. If you're one of those people that can do things on your own, you're always going on solo dates, you're always going on day trips with yourself, or you travel on your own, I want to be you. And this is me becoming you right now. I've had a lot of fear trusting myself in the world and trusting the world. I've actually had to go on quite a bit of a healing journey with trusting myself to be alone, and also learning to trust men and learning to trust other people. It's not just men, but it is primarily men, but also just other people as well. So I started off with going on nature walks alone. Now there's been a next iteration of that I am yet to tap into, and that is doing things alone in the world, right? Not having people that make me feel comfortable, that I rely on with me. So my partner, my best friend. There's this next level of fear of doing things like this, going on day trips or traveling alone, because it's fuck, I only have myself to rely on. So this really got activated to the next level because I did some solo travel this year in Bali and Perth, and it was honestly the best experience because I'm such a self-development fucking freak. I love this shit, right? And if I ever have moments to deepen into myself and see parts of myself, my shadows, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna put myself in situations that make me uncomfortable so that I can heal these parts of me. So this is literally me doing that. I know this might not be a big deal for some of you, that are watching this. You're just probably dude, come on. But for me, it really is such a big deal to do things like this. I'm gonna go to a cafe now and I'm gonna do some work, which I'm so excited about, and I haven't had a coffee. I'm what time is it? I think it's 9 o'clock or just over 9 o'clock, and it's literally a crime. It's 9:30 and I still haven't had a coffee. Okay, we're going.
I've literally just left everything unattended in the cafe. I've had to walk out of the cafe and come to this bathroom that I found, and every part of me didn't want to do it, but I'm no, Shores. Today's mission is trusting the world and seeing the best in people. And yeah, I've literally left all of my belongings unattended. My laptop is just sitting there for the fucking taking. My bag. I'm taking this mission seriously. This might be the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Okay. I'm having to record my voice on my phone so that you can actually hear me, because it is so loud where I'm sitting. So I'm up to operation 3 of making myself uncomfortable. Honestly, I've had none of this planned. It's just come to me as the day has gone. But I am filming in public with my big vlogging Canon 760D camera. There we go. Fucking hell. It's a massive camera that draws so much attention. And usually I actually don't bring this camera out into public. I use my phone when I'm out to film things, because I feel the phone is so much more subtle, right? Whereas the camera, it's this big, it's so big, you cannot miss it. And people stare, right, when you're filming yourself. But this whole day is about pulling myself out of my comfort zone and getting the fuck over it. I am filming on this camera in public. There have been so many people that have been walking by staring at me, and I'm just like, it's okay, that's all right. Like, this is my opportunity to just be like, I am just letting it all go. And honestly, like, the more and more I'm doing this, I'm like really getting over it. Like, people are literally walking past right now and I'm just like, it is what it is. I'm never going to see these people again.
I ended up moving locations. I'm somewhere where it's a little bit quieter. I'm in the shade as well. I just love it here. I've honestly just been sitting, contemplating. I've been in like deep meditation, just deep thought, and I've been so present while I've been here, which is not what I planned for my day trip. Like, I had a lot of music downloaded, I had audiobooks, podcasts. You know, I was like, I'm going to do a lot of work. It's going to be so inspiring. So much is going to channel through. And honestly, today hasn't been like that. Like, I did some work in the morning, but for the rest of my time here, including my drive here, which was over an hour drive, I didn't listen to anything. I was answering a couple of my friends through voice recording, and I was just like, I'm not in the mood to actually do that. Like, I'm just feeling called to be so present for this trip, and I didn't expect it. I haven't been reading. I've just been like journaling, and it's been great. Honestly, it's been really, really, really healing. There's something about the land here. There's like a frequency difference when I come here. As soon as you enter like the border of this town, it's like an instant frequency shift. And I remember the first time I was here, I got acupuncture for the first time, and I was talking to the lady that was doing my acupuncture, and she was telling me that there's like actually a really prominent spiritual community here. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. It's so beautiful, and it doesn't have anything to do with just like it being beautiful. Like, it feels so different being here. So I don't know if this is going to be number 4 of making myself do something that makes me uncomfortable and challenges the part of me that doesn't trust other people and doesn't trust life. But also, I don't know if this is just like actually dumb. So there was this guy that was like walking past before, and like I said, where I am now is more of a secluded area, so there's not many people here. And he ended up like looking at me, and I could tell that he took a liking because of the way he was staring and the vibes he was giving off, you know what I mean? Like, I knew once he looked at me and he kept looking back, I was like, he's going to like sit next to me, and he did. So he sat next to me, and you know, he was minding his own business, but he kept like looking over, and it was just making me uncomfortable. And I was just like, okay. And I just made myself sit here because I was like, no, I'm going to like, you know, force myself to be out of my comfort zone. He hasn't done anything to make me think other, like, you know, that is like a bad person or whatever the fuck, or I don't feel unsafe other than my own projections on the situation. So I stayed, and then he got up and he started walking away, and I was like, okay, that's good. As long as he's like walking away, that's fine. But anyway, then he comes like walking back, and again, he's just staring at me, and I was like, we're the only 2 people here. So I'm just like, fuck me, like, what do I do? And then he stops close to me again. He's like, I don't know, he's taking photos, on his phone or something, but always like looking back at me. He's walked off now, but I don't know what to do because he kept like looking back, and I was just like, literally what my mind is telling me, and I know that this is so irrational, but my mind is like, oh yeah, he's going to call his friends and I'm going to get abducted because they know that a girl's like sitting on their own here, which like, this shit does happen. Do I go just to be safe? But I also feel like it's just my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, you know, like intuitively when something isn't safe, there's like no ifs, no buts, you go, right? Whereas this, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like that. I don't know, there's just quite a walk to my car. The walk is quite secluded. Fuck, if he does like show up, I am leaving. It is so hot in the car. I need to be quick because I am literally going to pass out. But I am starting the journey home now. I actually ended up staying in that spot for a little while longer because I knew it was my ego. I knew it was my own projections, and I knew that that was an opportunity for me to fulfill my intention for the day, which was to see the best in everyone, right? And I just took it as an opportunity to heal the part of myself that wanted to judge him as and put all these like projections onto him. So that's what I did. I stayed there and it was completely fine. He never came back. It was so fine, which I felt like it was. You know, there have been times where I've been in situations like that and I just did not feel safe and I was like, no, I know I need to get out of here. But I just knew that this wasn't that. So I'm really happy that I stayed because it really fulfills my intention for the day. I think I would have been sad if I had left. Okay, there is literally sweat dripping down my boobs. I can feel it. My armpits. I need to go. That's ridiculous. Okay.